Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.
All right, what's good, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Live Wire Sports Media. All right, so today I came across an article just by chance on Reddit, and it was dealing with Marina Mabrey. And apparently Marina Mabrey did a interview with someone, and she talked about the incident that happened between the Connecticut Sun and Caitlin Clark. Now, this was what, I guess like a few months ago that this incident happened, and excuse me, in which we already been talking about this for what, months, weeks and on. And then if you notice that Tina Charles went on Sue Bird's podcast and she tried to sugarcoat it and trying to say that she didn't do anything to Caitlin Clark, she didn't punch her, and people was calling her and say, "Oh, you punched her," and she trying to like, "No, I didn't." But video evidence and you know pictures don't lie. And you could say, well, they were Photoshop or whatever. Nah, it wasn't, and everything like that. And a lot of people was outraged because they feel that Marina Mabrey should have got a flagrant two and got put out of the game. Same with JC Sheldon, same with Tina Charles. They all should have got thrown out of the game. But per Grant Young of SI, I'm gonna read his article because I do have the article with Reddick up there. I think I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all that part first and give it to y'all. So this was the article earlier because Grant, he did his 6 hours ago, and it was to I think today. So it said perhaps the most famous moment of 2025, the WNBA season came when June 17 during the game between Caitlin, the Indiana Fever and the Connecticut Sun. The moment came in the third quarter as the Fever star, excuse me. Oh, hold on for 1 second. All right, there we go. As the Fever star, Caitlin Clark was poked in the eye by Suns guard Jason Sheldon. While Sheldon was playing defense, this led to a brief scuffle between Clark and Sheldon, which promoted Connecticut veteran Marina Mabrey to come up and shove Clark to the ground. This also incited several technical fouls after weeks of heated discussion about how Clark was treated by her peers afterwards, but it prompted the Fever enforcer Sophie Cunningham to essentially start a brawl by grabbing and throwing Sheldon to the ground. 1 quarter later, 2 days after that show heard around the WNBA world, memory maybe was her saying, "Damn if I do, damn if I don't," when addressed to a commentator on a Instagram live when he called her out for shoving Clark. Now, remember that Instagram live because she was on there with uh whatever the girl name that she's supposedly, I guess, involved with, and they was making fun of it. Now we already know Marina history goes all the way back to last year when Dejanay Carrington had poked Caitlin Clark in the eye. Marina Mabrey was involved with that one because she was seen on the sideline after hitting a three, and they called a timeout. This was in the playoffs, and she was doing telling saying that everybody kept saying she was talking about three to the dome, but you could verbally see Marina Mabrey telling Dejanay, "Poke me in my eye, poke me in my eye," making fun of Caitlin Clark. Now that moment really involved Caitlin Clark and Marina Mabrey again because Caitlin Clark kind of retaliated to that moment. Anyway, so I'm gonna read out the second part to this. So also it says this is This is not only incited several technical fouls after weeks of the heated discussion about how Clark was treated by her peers afterwards. It had prompt, Sophie Cunningham, whatever. So I'm gonna skip all that. So 2 days after that shove heard around the world, Mary said, "Damn if I do, damn if I don't," adjusting commentary on the live. Mary has since opened up about the shove and how it impact her relationship with Clark during the August 10th interview with sports editor Mark Medina. Now she went on to say that I thought it only got upgraded to a Flagrant 2 because the way the fans reacted, which it should have got upgraded to a Flagrant 2, but it was a Flagrant 1. No, it wasn't even a Flagrant 1. I don't think it was a technical foul. Um, Mary said of the shove on Clark, they gave me a tech for it initially. I don't care, honestly. That's what she said. She don't care. I really don't. Obviously, I I'm not trying to hurt anyone. I'm not trying to go after certain players for certain SIT. Now, come on, man. If you listen to what she's saying right here, is that she's not trying to go after certain players. We already know that Caitlin Clark has a bounty on her head in the league. Sophie Cunningham alluded to it in her interview not too long ago about how Phoenix was already planning how they was going to treat her when she came into the league last year. And then the Kennedy Carter situation, the poke in the eye by DJ Nick Harrington, all of that stuff. And then even more so this year, it escalated even more with Ryan Howard, Brittany Griner trying to clothesline her, you know, JC Sheldon situation. It's just constantly more and more stuff. And the worst of it all was this incident on June 17th with the Connecticut Sun. Now, Caitlin Clark did play the Connecticut Sun again after that. And you see JC Sheldon did the same tactics again. Guess what she did? She tried to knee her in the groin. That's the game Caitlin Clark got hurt again in. And now she's been out since that time. Now, JC Sheldon is not there anymore. And and the Fever do play the Connecticut Sun. I think next weekend or so, and Caitlin Clark's supposed to be slated to come back. I'm gonna do a separate video on, reports stating that she might come back Tuesday, which I get to that at another time. But now Marina Mabrey went on to say that she is not trying to go after certain players, which is a crock of bullshit. We already know what she's doing. You know what I'm saying? Because if that wasn't the case, because guess what? Remember, later on, I think during the game, after the game, another game, you see her was walking behind and Caitlin Clark was signing autographs, and people was cheering for her and stuff like that, whatever the case may be. And she was trying to butter up Caitlin Clark. So, and then she said this. She said me and Caitlin were cool. She added, me and Caitlin had competed against each other in the playoffs. She threw me into the benches in the quarterfinals. We didn't go after her for that. For it, she's competitive, and I was about to get the ball. I threw it. No, she said we didn't go after her for it. She's competitive, and I was about to get the ball. I get it. Throw me out of bounds. We get back. We got back up and kept competing. Mary concluded with, so at the end of the day, it was a play on the ball when she did it, and I probably overreacted a little bit. But my teammates is getting hit, and I'm okay with that. It wasn't like I hate her. Here I do I don't do stuff like that. Everybody knows that I never did that before. Okay, June, July, August. So it's 2 months later. 2 months later, she pushes this story out. But we clearly again, we clearly see the things that she's doing. We clearly see that she's vindictive. Because if Because if JC Sheldon and Caitlin Clark was doing their thing, you didn't have no reason to even jump in if that's the case. And then you say you and Caitlin were cool. You and Caitlin never was cool. Matter of fact, I could go back to when you played for Chicago last year, and Caitlin Clark came and blocked your shot and got the ball and threw a pass down court and for a score. Caitlin was torching you when you was with Chicago, when the beginning of last year, before you got traded. You wasn't even acting like that during that time. I remember that. You wasn't even acting like that during that time. None of that time. But then as soon as you got to Connecticut, you got around Dejanay, you started acting different. You started acting funny. And then you wanted to stop marking her, trying to attack her. And then this year, you really amped it up another notch, you know what I'm saying, by going after her, chucking her down, or whatever the case might be, trying to make it seem like, oh, well, you know, me and her good, or she did this to me last year. But then you marked her after she got poked in the eye. So the thing about it is, Caitlin Clark don't forget. She remembers, she doesn't forget. And I think this article was disingenuous because I think it's a bunch of crock because Marina Mabrey is a dirty player. She's up there with Dejanay Carrington. She's up there with Kelsey Plum and whoever else is on that list. She's a dirty player. She knew what she was doing. She trying to make it seem like, oh, her and Caitlin Clark all cool, we buddies. But she did it to me. Y'all went for the ball out of bounds. You fell down. Then you try to jump. Because the thing about it is, she tried to jump up and go after her. She tried to say that they didn't go after her, but she tried to jump up and go after her. See, these are the things that you got to watch with them because they'll say anything in the media just to make themselves look good. We already know what it is. Well, guess what? I want to see her how she play against Caitlin Clark now that you don't have a JC Sheldon there no more. Who's going to have the assignment to guard Caitlin Clark when she does come back and she plays? I want to see that. I want that she's going to draw the assignment to play Caitlin Clark. Since you say that you and Caitlin Clark are not, well, y'all not cool no more. I don't remember y'all being cool at all. So anyway, let me know what you think about Marina Mabrey BS interview, you know, and everything with I guess Sports a Deal, whatever it is, and everything like that. I just don't. I think it's just a bunch of crock because if that's the case, you could have issued an apology. You could have made that statement in the post game after the incident happened, but you waited 2 months later. Like I said, to me, I don't even buy it. And if anybody else buy that this a generous piece of work by Marina Mabrey, then you more foolish than I thought. But anyway, like, comment, subscribe. Until the next episode, you know what it is.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire. It's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it. So official, like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire. Sports and entertainment.